Hey guys, it's Abby.
And Dini, 1,000 topics with
Two girls.
So grab your tea.
And let's find our identity.
Yes. We're back to the back to the back to the back.
Hey.
Back to the back.
What's
Guys,
up?
we did not mean to miss last week, well, the past 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We recorded, but what happened with the first audio? The first time we recorded, we did a What's in My Bag episode.
Yes.
Because
Our
of the hooligan friends we have,
very rambunctious.
They were too loud
in the
so
background.
we couldn't post it. And then last week we did a very tea podcast.
We did.
And the audio was lost.
Yeah. That was my fault for real. But
the devil is a liar.
The devil's a liar, because what is going on with our luck these days?
I don't know, man.
But we're back.
Yeah, we're back. And we're gonna try this again.
Yes, we are.
Because we're not the type to give up.
We're not giving up. Like, come on, please.
So what are we talking about today?
So today we're calling this episode The Everything Hour.
The Everything Hour. We talk about everything and anything.
And
still nothing for 1 hour.
Everything, anything, and really nothing. So we're going to be giving you guys like a little update of what's happening in our lives, how we're feeling, you know. And yeah.
So Abby, how are you?
Girl, as Danielle and I always say, fried, died, and laid to the side. I am so tired.
Tired is not even the word. Like, I'm
exhausted. College right now is just so much going on.
I don't even know what's going on, because like we're almost done, and it's like, now that we're almost done, it's like, where is all this work coming from?
Yep. It's like we just have so much to
going
do.
On, yeah.
And
but we're keeping up as best as we can.
We really are. We're trying.
And it's not only like physical tiredness, it's like emotional, mental exhaustion. Too much. Like, can we just have a pause button?
Like, literally, last week I felt like I was fighting for my life. Usually I'm okay. Usually I'm just like, okay, you know, I have work to do, but whatever. I was just so tired, and I'm tired this week. And it's not even like, okay, I'm not sleeping and stuff. I'm sleeping.
I'm sleeping too.
But I'm still so tired.
I don't know what it is.
I guess this is what you call burnout.
The funny thing is, I would say I'm tired and then go home and not sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And then that's another thing. Like, I think because we know that we're close to finishing, now it's like, why is it taking so long?
Why is it taking
so it feels
so long?
Like more tiring.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's like we've been in school this year since January. Like, it's been 3 months.
Didn't have any break. 3 months straight.
3 months straight. So that's why we feel fried, died,
and laid to the side.
But we know us. We're gonna be fine. We're going to make it.
Yeah, we're not gonna die.
It's just, that's how we feel. And
not only are we gonna make it, but we're gonna
doing amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, even though, okay, right now we're gonna make it, we still should allow ourselves to feel what we're feeling right now, which is that we're tired. And it's okay to feel tired. So anybody else out there who is feeling tired, we're with you. We feel you.
Okay, so
we hear you, we see you.
All of our peeps that are going to the same institution as us, we're almost there. We're literally almost there. Just hold on a little longer. Don't give up. Don't start to almost there. Don't start to like lag. No, like it's too late to lag. Still give every assignment your best. Still give every exam your best. We've come too far to give up now.
Very true.
All our girls and guys in grade Form 5?
Form 6.
We're almost there. Do those SBs, hand them in on time. Study for those study for those CAPE exams. All our peeps in university, study for those exams. Do each and every assignment like
to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
because it still adds up. That coursework, it's still
Yeah,
part
boy,
of
that
your
coursework
grade.
grade is needed because when you see that exam paper, boy, sometimes I just want to just
Fall on.
right.
So
So yeah,
yes.
and I think it's not only like in school activities, but like just the various jobs we have, like our roles that we have
Right.
outside
Right,
of
right, right.
school, like singing. You have your after school club.
Club. It's a
On
lot.
top of that,
It's a
we're
lot of planning.
daughters, we're friends. Like
Exactly.
every day I have to come here and smile.
And it could be exhausting,
Yeah,
but like, you know,
like nobody
we move.
knows. Yeah, it's cool. It shows. And then I was also saying, like I was saying this in the last episode that we recorded. I
Hmm.
this like moments like these make me respect mothers
Yes.
because imagine on top of all of this, I have to mother a offspring.
Mother and offspring.
I would go insane.
Right? Like, no, moms do so much. Like, moms, especially know that women are also like breadwinners and they also work. Like, so
Hmm.
moms are working, they're cooking, they're
Going with their
cleaning.
mothers still in like school getting the education.
Yeah. And then there's also like the mental aspect of like, you know,
Yeah. Kudos to the
I don't know if I was
moms.
just saying.
Kudos to we're just tired.
We are.
Kudos to the
We really are.
moms out there. Like y'all are
Go,
doing the
you guys.
thing. I
Doing the
can't
damn
imagine.
thing.
Like I want to be a mom one day, but I always say I want to wait till like financially stable. Like I'm finishing
Mm.
school, but
You
you
have to
never
be
know in life.
financially stable, mentally stable, physically
And I'm none
stable.
of the above. None
Right?
of the
No,
above.
no.
Not mentally stable, not financially stable, not anything stable. I'm just going with the flow right now. I don't even
Going with the
have a
flow.
husband to have a child.
Lol.
LOL. I think at this point, if the world is gonna keep going like this, I saw TikTok like the other day where it was like, oh no, you don't know because by the way, we're
Not on
doing our
TikTok.
fast. We're gonna talk about
We're
that
gonna talk about
next
that
soon.
just now.
But like I guess y'all know the TikTok that goes, I like it in the city when two worlds
I
collide,
don't
and then like the
know.
two people, and then they show like their city, their child. And I saw a TikTok where like the lady, she put her face and then she put a box with like um semen, like egg, like
Sperm?
yeah, and she used that to make her child.
Oh,
So like I'm thinking
that's
like
real.
my best friend sent it for me and she was like, this is looking like a nice option right
It's looking like a great
now.
option.
Because these
LOL.
men will send us crazy.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, that's not
Whatever.
just a whole other
Yeah,
thing.
that's a whole other
Because
episode
imagine,
for a
like,
whole
if,
other
like,
time. Because to
we
be a
had.
mother is one, but to be a wife is another thing.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Especially to like, I don't know, man. These men out here looking too promising.
Giving very
I
much
mean, don't
deadbeats.
get me wrong, like, there are good
Good.
men, but it's like one in a million,
Literally. You're so one
and then it's
in
like
a
still
million.
they do stupid things. Still, the one in a million does stupid things. Like, what
Yeah.
is going on? But it's okay.
Yeah.
Should we talk
We just
about
had to,
fast
like, you
now?
know, trust in God. So, yeah, that was also something we talked about, which was
Yeah.
like kind of our relationships with social media.
Mm-hmm.
And how it
Our
kind of affects
dependency.
our dependency, how it affects our mental health, and
Yeah.
kind of sometimes it could help you cope with the burnout, but it also adds to the burnout.
Yeah.
So in that, I will now say to the world that I gave up TikTok for Lent, which is the first thing I've actually ever
This is the first
given up for
Lent
Lent.
season I've actually took seriously.
That's what I'm saying. Like before, I don't know if it's like
Mind you, we've went to Catholic school for 5 years.
literally. I think it would be like, okay, by the time I remembered that I was supposed to give up something, it would be like far into Lent, and I'll be like, well, like it don't make sense now. So I'll just do it next year. But this year I was like, I want to challenge myself. I want to give up TikTok for Lent. And the reason why is because it's honestly something I've wanted to try before, but I didn't really have a reason why. And Lent gave me the reason. So I was like, you know what? TikTok,
bye.
I gotta go my own way. And y'all know for real, like this was like a breakup. Like y'all, me and TikTok, we were so locked in. Like every day I would scroll for like 3 hours, y'all, or
That's
more.
unhealthy.
It's terrible, and I really loved it. But I was like, I can't do that to myself. And I don't like to feel like I'm dependent on something, especially not a freaking app. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it up. And it's been a very enlightening experience. Literally, Danny, on the first day.
Guys,
The camera just fell.
Y'all would not believe our location. We will not.
Oh my god. Y'all wouldn't.
We will not give up our location. It's
yeah, we can't give it up. Maybe after, like during summer vacation.
Yeah, maybe.
But it was very enlightening because the first day of Lent, I literally went on TikTok and I scrolled for a good 10 TikToks, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to be on TikTok. And it's such a habit that all like throughout the first week I just kept on like going on it, and then I realized, oh my god, I can't go on it, and then come off. Like it's crazy that it was such a habit. Like my mind was
It's
literally
like
just
muscle
on
memory.
autopilot, muscle memory.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow. But now, like, I don't even reach for it, and I still do have it on my phone. I haven't deleted it, but it's still like, okay, even if it's on my phone, I should still know to not
go on it.
Go on it.
Yeah, be disciplined enough.
Be disciplined, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's been a challenge. It's been kind of, interesting, kind of fun.
I wanted to take a break off TikTok too, but when I have 3 streaks on TikTok right now, right?
I gave up all my
streaks. And now my streaks are in the hundreds. And I'm talking about 100. I'm not talking about 200. I'm talking about high.
Really?
Yeah, I'm waiting for my money. Where's my money?
Where's my
pay TikTok? Where's my money? So I knew
Denise
that
and I TikTok streak was like 9.
It was sad. It was on and off. But
it kept dying.
When I think about how much my streaks are, I even went as far as to deactivate my main TikTok.
Oh.
And make a new TikTok where I'm not following anybody and anybody's unfollowing me. So it's just like free, because like people's For You page, people that you engage with on TikTok, their For You page influence each other.
I always see y'all's. Well, I always used to see y'all's reposts.
Yeah, and then I would just go on my main account to send like one TikTok so that the streaks don't die, or send like one message so that the streaks don't die. Yeah, I tried.
She tried.
That failed, but I mean, I'm still not as active on TikTok.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, I send I send the messages so that the streaks don't die or whatever. But for the most part, TikTok is deactivated.
That's good.
Anyhow,
talk about Netflix.
Yes, right. So this is my actually successful fast. So I decided to take a fast from Netflix, guys. No. Wow. I don't even know how I really came up on this, because mind you, neither of us knew that we were taking a fast from these apps. Like, we didn't just sit down and decide, okay, we're gonna do something for Lent. This was just like random for me. Like one day I was watching Netflix and I was realizing like the shows I was watching was kind of triggering me. Because yes, as I said, not mentally stable right now. So I was watching You because I keep starting to watch You and then stopping for whatever reason, I don't know. But I started again and like it started to trigger me. So I was like, But why am I sitting here forcing myself to watch something that's triggering me?
That's
And then on
true.
top of that, like I'm watching other shows and I'm realizing, damn, I watch Netflix while I'm getting ready for school. I watch Netflix while I'm getting ready for church. I watch Netflix while
That's
I'm studying.
me.
I watch Netflix while I'm just doing assignments. I'm watching Netflix while I'm cleaning the house. I'm like, yeah,
It's
we
like
need to change
codependency
something.
or just
So I
dependency. I don't know.
decided, I didn't log out or anything. I just decided to not click on the app.
Mhm.
Um,
Like
and
me.
yeah, I've been successful in it, and I'm
Period.
going to
Oh.
continue that way until probably after school finishes, or maybe April. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But for March, no Netflix, guys. No Netflix.
Yes. I've also
Um,
been wondering where I would want when I would want to go back on TikTok because I will go back, but like, do I go back after Lent? But then the thing is, after Lent we
when does
have
Lent finish?
exams. I think it ends on the 16th.
Oh, I think I'll just do after. I'll just go back after I finish my exam.
Yeah, because then I don't want to go back and then it just like
Yeah.
reshortens my attention span. So yeah, but then we were talking about how
The lesson we learned.
yeah, but also how we've kind of gone back to YouTube now
Yes.
because we've given up TikTok and
So my
Netflix.
substitute for Netflix is music, like blasting
Mm,
music on the TV. Not like any music, like gospel music, and going back to my vlogs. Now I used to watch like
I love
some
a
good.
vlog.
I forgot how much I loved vlogs and watching like people just go about their day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I follow like people like Cara Omnique, Elias Face, Maya Graves, Tasha Fergus. Like, and if you know any of these women, like these women are black women that have
Mm.
built it from the bottom. Like they've built their businesses, they're entrepreneurs, they're influencers. They go on brand trips every
Oh,
week.
oh my
They
gosh,
be
brand
traveling
trips.
every week. Now, mind you, I don't know. Well, no. Um, Probably like one out of the people that I watch has children, and she's 20 and married and has two kids, a boy and a girl.
Wow.
And like I
Nara Smith core.
her name is Maya Grace, and like I adore her simply because she went about it the right way or whatever. Now I'm not saying I want to be married with two children by 20. That's not what I'm
Oh, okay, because I was
saying.
I was a little scared. Although
That's not what I'm
I could
saying.
go use
But
a
it
wedding to go to.
just shows like,
I love weddings.
I mean, people don't put everything out there, but still, I just adore her. And then I watch Face Over Matter, Naturally Sunny, that these people just got engaged over the Christmas last year. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy for my girls, because like a lot of them were saying, oh, love life sucks, whatever. God isn't providing their kingdom spouse and whatever. And these women are like in their late 20s, early 30s. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad to just take life
Your
easy.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Maybe it's not that bad. If he comes, he comes. Maybe he's here
You
already.
just
Who
have to
knows?
trust
Maybe he's here already
and
and I don't
believe.
know. You never know.
Mm.
Maybe they're here, but God is taking us through different journeys to meet back or something. I don't know. And I'm not limiting what can happen and what can't happen. Everything will
Mm.
happen in the right time. And though I'm scared as shit because I don't know what's going on. And like, like we're finishing a chapter.
We
So,
are.
and starting a
Oh,
new
we
chapter.
are.
This is something that we've been talking about a lot, but like, no, because we're not going to be together for much longer. We're
Mm-hmm.
not even going to be in the same country. And I'm scared. Like, how am I going to make new friends? Am I going to be able to keep up with uni? Like, what?
Oh
I
my.
I
There's so
can't think
many
about
what
it.
ifs, but we
Yeah, I
just had
can't think
to
about
Take it day by day. Take it as it comes.
Cry if you need to cry.
Cry if you need to cry,
feel
girl.
tired if you need to feel tired.
Mm-hmm.
Scream if you need to
I
scream.
love crying. I would love to scream more.
Crying, I think it's like a thing your body does as a coping mechanism, they say, to like relieve stress because it boosts some kind of hormone.
Which is why you should cry. Guys, cry.
I think I cried enough tears already for you.
Oh no.
No, because like I don't know.
So yeah.
It's whatever, you know. I mean, it's not whatever, but we just have to trust the process.
Trust the process.
Know we're trusting it though?
The process is just processing. For me, I also have been using YouTube. Yeah. I used to love YouTube, especially when I was younger, but I used to use it to watch like slime tutorials and stuff and DIY videos. Those were the days. But now I love watching vlogs like Danny. I love vlogs. I love travel vlogs, especially, and just like day-to-day vlogs. And I've also been watching a lot of vlogs, like like educational ones, kind of a lot of history things, like things about Nazism in Germany, because that's what we're doing in school now. And then it's also just very interesting. It's very sad, but very interesting. And I was telling Danny last time I was watching. There's this channel that does like breakdowns of things in like 20 minutes. So for example, there was one that was like 12 banned religious practices in 20 minutes. And it was talking about things like mummifying yourself and
because why? Because why?
Exactly. And then the only one I can remember was this one that was where like in Italy they had this male choir thing that they would have in church, and they started castrating the boys when before puberty, so that their voices would remain high so they could sing. So they banned that for obvious reasons.
Yeah, because what? On it.
Yeah, and then there was one about like banned books, like 1984 and Animal Farm, which we love. Yes. And The Great Gatsby, which I don't know why that's banned really, but I love the movie so much and I'm currently reading the book. Speaking of books, what have we been reading? Do you want to start?
Okay, sure. So because of the fasting and being intentional with what we're doing, we've been reading, and I have been reading
being intentional.
a book.
I like that.
I bought 3 books on the Blogos both, and I started reading one of them called Alone in Plain Sight. And right now I'm just on the chapter where it talks about like friendships and relationships and whether or not we need relationships to be good people or to live a life that is happy. And what I'm understanding is that yes, we need relationships. Yes, it's important because we're not isolated creatures by nature. We need relationships, right? We need friendships, we need family relationships, romantic, whatever. But it's important that we don't make our relationships who we are. So in other words, if I don't have a friend, who am I? If I don't have a mom, you just, God forbid, of course, but it's just telling you that if you were to travel and you no longer have your mother there, you no longer have your father there, who are you? If you don't have a friend, who are you? If you're no longer in a romantic relationships, who are you? And of course, these things are going to be difficult to maneuver because by nature we are social beings, but we just have to know who we are.
Right? Yes, true.
Lovely. And build positive relationships, not negative ones.
So if you like have a breakup or you lose a friend or something, then you don't want to die and you don't want to kill yourself because you know who you are.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyhow,
my Pookie.
I've also been reading my Bible a lot. And I finished the book of Genesis last week, Friday. Yeah.
That's great.
All 50 chapters in the book of Genesis, and now we're on to Exodus. And who was going to tell me that the book of Genesis is this juicy. Nobody's was gonna tell me this. Jail to all of you. Jail.
Well,
So
I didn't know,
yeah,
so I couldn't. Yeah.
read the book of Genesis, guys. Well, all my Christian girlies who are working on their relationship with God, read the book of Genesis. I've been scared to read like the Old Testament for some reason. I always read books in the New Testament. I don't read books in the Old Testament because like that
Oh.
those were the days where God used to like strike people down with lightning
Yeah,
and
he was
stuff.
not playing.
So I've always been scared, but like reading it,
Pre-Jesus.
I've been learning a lot about like romantic relationships in the book of Genesis, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, with like I don't want to go through the whole thing again, but yeah, like with Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebecca, Jacob and um what? Yeah, Jacob and Rachel, and just like these relationships, and also listening to the voice of God and understanding that when God says He's gonna bless you with something, He will bless you with something. It may not, the journey may not look how you thought it would. It might have more trials. It might have a river, a mountain, an ocean, a lake, a lion, a bear. But when He said you're gonna get there, He meant you're gonna get there. T.
That's
So what
good.
have
That
you
is
been
tea.
reading?
So, I've one of my goals for this year, my like only resolution, because I said I wasn't gonna do any, but I was like, this is one thing I want to do,
Right.
which is to finish reading all the books that I've started reading, because I'm currently reading like 6 books, guys, all at the same time, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna finish these books this year, and
Yep.
not being on TikTok has also kind of helped me with that. So the first book one that I finished, but it's so interesting, is called My Year of Rest and Relaxation.
Right.
Yes, and it's basically about this girl who is fed up with life and she's tired, okay? And her parents died and stuff, and she decides that she wants to take a year of rest and relaxation. She wants to hibernate and get away from the world.
And she
So
should.
she goes to this doctor and she gets a bunch of, well, she fakes having sleeping problems so she could get sleeping pills. And she takes like a bunch of them. Like, the when I tell you she was just listing them out in the book, it's crazy. She was like, this. I'm like taking some of this. I'm taking a handful of this and this and this and that
Period.
and that.
Go girl.
And so she can sleep throughout the days and like hibernate, as I said.
Like a
And
bear.
then like a bear. And then at some point it starts getting very bad because she, well, as you can imagine, she starts going out and stuff and doing stuff subconsciously. So she would wake up like 3 days later and she would have on like club clothes, and she would have Polaroids of her and these people who she don't even know, and she would have like stuff in her freezer, and she would figure out that she went shopping, but
Crazy.
subconsciously, because she's literally like asleep. It's crazy.
That's cool.
But yeah, it was a really interesting book. I loved it so much.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
loved
It
reading
sounds
it.
interesting.
It is.
Crazy, but interesting.
Yeah.
Another thing I've been doing is going outside more.
Bed rotting. Oh. No, I was saying like the book is like kind of a bed rotting.
Oh yeah. But yeah, going outside more, connecting with nature.
Yes, I want to do that more too. It's just that sometimes I'll be reaching home so late, so it's like by the time I want to go outside,
And it's kind of
dark.
tiring to like, Jesus, I just want to sleep, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, go outside.
Yeah.
Do something.
I remember the other day I was outside and I was watching the sunset and I was just in the breeze and I was like, wow, like this is what God put me here for, not to be in school,
Right?
to go and watch the sunset and
Right.
be in the breeze. It was so like fulfilling. It was like, wow, like look at all of this creation around me. Like
we're
this
just
is
a little speck
crazy.
in the entire
Universe.
Yeah.
Literally.
Everything in the world is a little speck of the universe, but together, oh my God, it's
No,
crazy.
we could do a whole episode about like
Yeah.
existing and having existential crisis.
Yeah.
Everything
Are we going
everywhere
there? It's
all at once.
What, girl?
Existential
Crisis right now.
I was when I was outside. I was like, what? Like, I was like, how is all of this here? And then there's just so many things happening in the world, and you know, and then there's like we're literally on a floating rock in the middle of space.
We are.
And there's so many other planets, so many other galaxies. So yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
that's the books.
hmm One other book I'm also currently reading is The Great Gatsby, which
Right?
I love, love, love. When I tell you, I love that movie. That movie changed my life. Um, I love that movie so much. So I decided to read the book because it's in the
Mm-hmm.
library in school. And then I'm saying like I have to finish reading it. I have a month to finish reading it
Right, because that's
because
how much time we have left.
that's how much time we have left in school. So I have to finish that. I absolutely love it. I love Nick's narration. I love the literature in it. The way that he says sentences is just so like amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we beat
La
on
la la la
boats
la la la
against the
la.
currents, boring back ceaselessly into the past.
Oh, that's a
That's a quote from the book. It's so
damn.
good. I love it. And then there's other books that I'm reading, but that would take the whole episode. So I'm focusing on that one right now and
Yeah.
another, a history book.
What should we do now?
Maybe we should wrap up.
Yeah, maybe we should. We have so much more to talk
We
about.
really do.
Yeah.
In the one last week, we ended up talking about what's going on in the world.
World.
So we
Yeah.
might do that as a separate
Yeah.
podcast episode. We
Because
could
that's a
react to
lot.
news and global news and things like that.
Yeah, it's getting a bit out of hand out here.
Mm-hmm.
A bit out of hand, if
A
I
little
do say so
crazy.
myself. But yeah, guys, you gotta skedaddle.
We gotta skedaddle.
Yeah.
We're in school if you can't tell.
Yeah, we're in school, so
We won't give away our location
we
though.
gotta skedaddle
Not
to
yet.
classes and to lunch.
And
Actually,
to
not
lunch.
to class, to
Yeah,
lunch.
we're going to lunch. As
So
we should.
and eat, guys, eat. Please don't be doing all this work and not eating. Drink
Yes.
your water, eat your food.
Eat your food.
Please, we
Don't be like the girl in my year of rest and relaxation.
yeah.
Um,
Don't fall down now.
yeah,
Yeah. So
because she didn't used to eat. She used to eat like frozen pizza.
oh,
Yeah, like just pizza she had in her fridge.
so I can hear the kids downstairs.
Yeah,
Anyhow, yeah.
that's
So that's our
it.
little ramble for today.
Everything,
Sorry
anything,
for
nothing.
the 2 episodes that we missed.
So
I'm so
sorry.
sorry because those episodes were good.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we may or may not record them over. Depends. Well, we
Yeah.
did record this one over.
We did, but the
So
what's in my bag, if you guys
we'll
want
see.
that, let us know and we'll do it for you guys.
Yeah, we'll see. So that's it for today,
That's it.
guys.
Where can they find us?
Of course. Seek and you shall find. You can
Knock and the
find
door will be
us
open.
on Instagram and on our email. So our Instagram is identity with a EA, not a Y. So that is IDENTITEA underscore pod GD.
I think we made a mistake with that. I think it's actually identi underscore G. Is it?
Let me check right now.
I was looking at it yesterday and it like
Pause.
said that.
Hold a minute. Wait a minute.
Do we not
wait a
even
minute,
know our
wait a minute,
Instagram?
Wait a minute. Yeah. No, it is actually identity.
I've been putting it as another thing for this whole time.
Okay, so guys, our Instagram is IDENTI underscore T pod GD. So it's gonna be correctly in the bio
in the bio
this time, correctly
in the episode notes because
yeah.
Forgive us, we have a lot going on.
Yeah, our brains are scrambled, fried idly to the side. And our email is identitypodgd, so that is IDENTITEA podgd at gmail.com. And you can contact our email in case you want us to highlight any small businesses within the island of Grenada or elsewhere.
Global, to our global listeners.
Right.
International.
Or to give ideas or just any professional information, that any tips, any suggestions that you have for us. We're always open to growing and learning.
We are open.
Instagram, you can message us on Instagram for some podcast ideas.
Again with the small businesses.
Yeah, same thing. So yeah,
that's all for today.
That's all folks. Bye.
Bye. catch you next time.
Catch you next time.